cat's watching me. It's really strange. It's just there staring at me. Hi, I'm Izzy and welcome to my channel. Number 1. We've all slept in the same bed or room as someone who has some really annoying bed habits, whether it's snoring, talking in their sleep, kicking off the covers, hoarding the covers, whatever it is. I am no hypnotist, so I can't tell you exactly how to get rid of it, but I can tell you how to deal with it so it doesn't disrupt your sleep as much. First, you have to do something calm and endearing and audible. So, for example, kiss them on the forehead, but make sure you make a loud noise like that. And then move them or do lay it off of them, or gently tell them to just simmer down a little bit with their snoring or their talking. It's like training children to go to sleep. It's going to take a little bit of time, I'd say about 2 to 4 weeks, but if you keep doing this and keep it up, you will get to a point where all you'll have to do is just make that sound and they will instantly do it. And that way you wake up in the morning having slept a good night and everyone is in a better mood and everyone's happy. Number 2, stockpile gifts. Now, disclaimer, I just want to make it clear that I don't think gifts are a suitable replacement for real love, real affection, attention, time, communication, support, etc. However, no matter how perfect we are in relationships as human beings, we do have moments where we slack sometimes, whether it's because work's gotten a bit too much or families come into town, or always be like little moments where you just flop a little bit. If you're not one of those people who's naturally romantic, then this is the hack for you, okay? I would say once a year, go out and buy 6 to 7 gifts. Nothing extravagant, no jewelry or anything, but it needs to be something from you to them. Just little things like maybe a card, box of chocolate, something as small as, you know, something to put on their car dashboard. It's just cute, is relevant to you guys, and hide them. So when a situation like this comes about, you obviously talk to them, but then give them the gift. Not only will they perk up, because who doesn't like getting a gift, especially a surprise one, but it will show that you understand that things have not been as good as they should be or have been, and you're trying to make up for it and appease them, and that you care enough about them that you went and took the time and the effort to try and go and get this thing to try and make sure everything's okay between you two. And once they realize that, then you guys should be fine, or at least on the way towards being forgiven, everything being normal again, and boom, it should be fine. Number 3. As humans, we are quite intuitive and intelligent beings, and normally you can tell if there's someone that you know and someone you care about when they are about to explode, and you can tell within yourself that the next sentence you say or the next word you say or the next action you make is going to just make them go. In those situations, before you say that thing or do that thing, stop and ask them to go for a walk with you. Don't explain why you're going for a walk, just ask them to go for a walk with you. When you guys are walking together in the same direction, psychologically, subconsciously, it will trigger something that will make you feel like you guys are working together towards the same goal, which will mean that the argument will become more of a conversation and be more constructive altogether. If you guys are close enough, you can hold hands, and that will show that you still care about the person, even though you don't necessarily agree on the same point at that time. It's important to keep walking together until you either resolve the situation or you agree to disagree. Do not stop and face each other to discuss it, because then it becomes a me versus you situation instead of an us versus the problem style situation. But just try it, walk it off until some kind of resolution is resolved, and then when you come home, everything should be okay, or at least you should know what you're doing after that. Trust me. Number 4. Have a safe word. I'm not talking 50 Shades of Grey style, you guys, calm down, okay? We're not getting R-rated yet. We all lose our cool sometimes. Sometimes we don't have the patience or even the preemptiveness to know that we're going to get into an argument to be able to go for a walk before we have the argument. So sometimes we find ourselves in arguments and they explode and they get bad and it's just horrendous. Beforehand, create a safe word, something ridiculous and silly that is personal between the two of you, because the more ridiculous, the more silly, the more noticeable it is within an argument. And in order for it to work, you have to be very strict with the rules and you have to follow them. It's very simple, but you just have to follow them. If the safe word is said within an argument, you must immediately stop arguing. Stop. You must then hug each other, no matter how much you don't want to be around that person in that moment. Hug each other and then step away for 60 seconds. That means no shouting each other from the other room. Definitely no calling or texting anyone else. You need to be in your own headspace for 60 seconds and then you can come back. That way it gives you time to decide if you actually want to have this conversation / argument anymore. And it also, if you're anything like me, when I get angry, I just go off on tangents. So it will help you bring yourself back to the base of what the whole issue was about in the first place. Plus, if it's something that you guys picked, you know, something that's relevant to you guys and it's silly and it's ridiculous, chances are it'll make you guys burst out laughing and then tension relieved. Sorted. See? Number 5. I cannot stress this one enough. Commit to the relationship. Being side by side with someone miserably, and just because you're not cheating or beating them or lying to them, does not mean you are committed to that relationship. Commitment means putting your ego to the side and not just promising, but showing. The key to it is to make sure that you always are going to do what you can, when you can, to keep each other and yourselves happy. Without the commitment, the other life hacks are just useless, because you won't have the patience, the motivation, the intention to actually even begin them, leave alone stay with them, assist with them. With commitment comes so many other benefits, because if someone feels that you're committed to them and committed to the relationship that you guys have, then they relax, okay? They start feeling secure. And you will notice when you guys have commitment on both sides and you know that this person's in it for real, with all the good intentions and the effort and everything, then you'll find that your relationship will go to a whole new level, where the love will be so much more intense, the fun will be so much more fun, the laughter will be so much louder, everything will just be so much rosier and so much more amazing. Yes, you know the feeling when someone loves you and you know they're there for you. Imagine someone else feeling that from you. Isn't that amazing? Just try them, and I'm sure there's so many other different things that you could do to just keep a relationship going and keep it happy. If you have any other ideas, if you are going to try any of these, let me know. Really, so my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything's in the description bar below. Box. So just click on any one of those. Follow me everywhere. Why not? But if there's anything you'd like to see as well, please give me suggestions. I'm open to suggestions by all means. Remember, until next time, just keep confident. Attitude really is everything. Keep true and never stop trying to make you or the people you care about happy, okay? Lots of love to you all. I really, really appreciate you watching. Thank you so, so much for watching. I am Izzy. And I'm out. Please come already. I'll never get this video done, ever. No joy today. Even in my hands. Okay, please go down. Things on my lip. Gross. I feel silly today, I don't know why. I feel like really shy. Eek. Musa. Namaste. Ready done the intro, ready done a bit, ready done that bit. So much noise going on left, right and centre, but to be honest, I'm just gonna have to do it and you guys are just gonna have to forgive me. I'm sorry.